All right, welcome in everyone to the call tonight. I'm just going to do a quick introduction about, I'll just introduce myself first and foremost, and then go through the agenda and introduce a few of our people that are going to be talking tonight. So my name's Pele. For those that don't know me, I own my own functional strength and conditioning gym in Palmerston North called ATP Fitness Club. Been doing a ketogenic diet for over like 3.5 years now, doing a little bit of off and on, and come across this supplement called KetoOS about, I'd say, at the start of the year actually. Came across it through a guy named Keegan Smith, who was the strength and conditioner for the Sydney Roosters when they won the grand final. He's actually Brian Smith's son and a very smart dude as well. He runs a thing called the Real Movement Project, where he does all types of movements and nutrition and stuff like that as well. So he's a very smart dude, and I follow him on Instagram, and that's how I came about the product. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell, and a little bit about my background with keto. I've been doing KetoOS for about maybe 5 weeks now, going on the 6th week, and I'm loving it. As the weeks go by, I feel like things are getting better and better with energy. Definitely toning up a little bit. I was carrying a little bit of weight around the stomach after Christmas, and that's since gone. I'm actually going to put some photos up on Friday morning, so you'll see some of those. If you're a friend of mine on Facebook, then you'll see some of those. But on tonight we're going to start off with a little bit of talk about the product. So Liam's going to open up a little bit of discussion around his experiences, how to take the product, anything and everything about the product as well. Okay, so he's going to give us a little spiel about that, and then we're going to have Andy come in, talk about the business, and just talk about some other stories that he's had with his experience in the business. He's been in it for about 13 weeks now, and seen a lot in his time in the business as well. So yeah, so that's basically it. I'll sort of summarize the video at the end, and just also let you all know about a challenge that we're going to be running as well. So Liam, do you want to take us away, bro?
Hey everybody, yep, as Pel said, my name's Liam. I just want to start off with just a little bit of questioning. So even if you're on the product now, you can still put your hand up to the answer before you're on the supplement. So I'm probably not going to see a hell of a lot of yous because I have to flick through, but I just want, honest raising of your hands. So who currently wakes up in the morning and they're feeling as flat as a doormat? So before you had the supplement, you could chuck your hand up as well. So definitely for me. Afternoon, you get that afternoon crash, say around 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and you just hit that unsuspected wall. Definitely did before I started taking the supplement. And then at night time, I'm usually an 8:30 p.m. guy. You don't come near me because I'll tear your head off. So anybody else like that in the evenings? Definitely. Now, once I've started taking the supplement and going, those have all disappeared. My energy levels are through the roof, and my brain function is really, really solid, sleeping better, and just overall feeling, about 120% better. So just want to let everybody know, because I think this is really interesting, how ketos came around. So there's 3 ways you can get into ketosis. The first way you can go into ketosis is by starving yourself, fasting. So think of the guys on Survivor Island. They don't die after a week of eating food, not eating food. What happens is they just started utilizing their fats and burning fats for their fuel system. Second way you can get in there is going on the ketogenic diet. So we're talking high fats, medium amounts, or actually probably on the smaller side for proteins, and then hardly any carbohydrates. They say something like 75% fats, 20% protein, and 5% carbohydrates. Depending on the individual, that can take you 1 week to go into ketosis. It can take you 4 weeks to go into ketosis. Depends on the individual and how strict you are. And then obviously the third way is this brilliant supplement, the exogenous ketone. So what it is, I'm sure you've seen the packaging by now, guys. It's just a powder. It's all it is. You get your water, you mix it up, you shake it, and you drink it. Super, super simple. And it's I don't know, if you ask me personally, I think it's going to change the world in health and fitness. So my experience, just after Christmas, maybe 2 weeks into January, I started getting into the ketogenic diet. I asked a guy through my gym that I used to own, CrossFit Porirua, what it was all about, and he told me about this new exogenous ketone supplement. He is really well known. He owns therapy companies throughout the country, and he shared a lot of information with me. I did some research, and then about 2 weeks ago, I met somebody, it's probably 3 weeks ago, someone who's pretty high up in the CrossFit world, a great athlete, and he's on it. These two guys just told me heaps of information, and with my research, then I found Pals. I jumped straight in without even trialing the product. I just bought it, and I knew that because I'd done the research and because I had talked to really good guys or educated people, that this is something that I wanted to be part of. So jumped in, diet-wise 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks into it, I got my supplement, 5 days worth. And all those benefits that I talked about earlier, absolutely flying. 5 days ran out. And I had to wait for my supplements to arrive, and I've been back on it 2 days. So for me, having those 5 days was amazing, but I was so gutted that I didn't go straight in straight away, because it probably didn't give me a big enough time frame to really trial it. So now in 4 weeks, 5 weeks, coming up on 5 weeks, I've lost a total of 8 kilos. And that's only 7 days on the product. So, the lifestyle will definitely help improve your results. And then the exogenous ketones just takes it to the next level pretty much. And then just another thing, I know a lot of people aren't here for the business side of things. They want to get used to the product and stuff. But the opportunity for me was just so exciting because I had listened to Keegan Smith. I jumped fully in. I became a promoter before I got my product once again. And I'm 22 days in, and I'm $2,500 US in the pocket. Its product is legit. It's natural. It's fantastic. And the business is just outrageous. So that's just my experience in a nutshell.
Choice.
And if you know me well, I could go on forever, so I'm going to shut up now.
Yeah. Oh, I've only known him for a short time, but yeah, he can go on for a little bit. Hey, Liam, just got a question from Johnny. Do I need to be on the ketogenic diet to, use the product?
Awesome question. So while you're on the diet, your results are going to be much, much, much better. The exogenous ketones doesn't stay in your body forever. You take it regularly. You don't take it once and stay in ketosis. So you will start off, obviously, and over the course of the day, correct me if I'm wrong, pals, 6 to 8 hours, the exogenous ketones start to run out. And if you are following a ketogenic diet, then you're just going to be fully charging. On a regular healthy diet, you're still going to get great results. And I suspect if you're on a shitty diet that you're still going to get the great health implications out of it. However, I don't know anyone that's stupid enough to go in 100% and still not give it a good crack with the diet as well.
Yeah, I think just to reinforce that, like if you're going to spend that much money on a product, you actually want to go all in and see, some real good results off the back of it. I know for me, I saw results basically straight away because I'd been doing the ketogenic diet over the course of since the start of the year. So I was already keto adapted. My ketone levels were already elevated. So once I took the product, I noticed the changes going from the nutritional ketosis to exogenous ketones. It just went up. The level of, I suppose, focus, that mental clarity it was kind of undescribable. And the energy as well that came with that. And then I suppose the byproduct of it is, like you were saying before, Liam, is that you preserve muscle and you burn body fat, which is what everyone wants to do, right? So it's that's awesome. All right, we've got I forgot to introduce Liam. So he used to own CrossFit Porirua, and he's moving over to Canada and starting up a keto chapter over there. And then now we've got Andy, who used to be the strength and conditioner for the London Broncos. And do you still work for New Zealand Rugby League? No,
bro.
No, he does.
I'm working for New Zealand Rugby at the moment, actually, doing some work with the Blackfern girls.
Okay. So so he's the man with all the business knowledge, and he's going to talk about opportunity, and he's also been in the strength and conditioning game for a little while as well. So, Andy, do you want to take us away, bro?
Yeah, mate. So I've just took my earphones off actually, and I can't really hear anything through the phone. So bear with me. It's better. Back on. Say St. Pills.
I was just saying.
Sweet.
Oh, yep.
Cool. Sorry, just testing. Yeah, all good. Right, guys. Hey, so yeah, I've been involved probably closer to 14 weeks now. Just saying. My background is strength and conditioning. Just like Pele, I got involved in this through Keegan Smith. And I suppose and just like Liam, I pretty much kind of heard about the product through Keegan, but jumped straight on. Probably didn't do as much research as Liam did, but knowing Keegan like I do, I knew that his would have best. And once I found out that he had done his due diligence, and the other kind of fitness professionals that were promoting the product, that was when I decided to jump on myself. So from a business perspective, I suppose, how many people have we got on here that has only just started? Could you just raise your hand if you've only just started on the product and as a promoter? 1, 2. Cool. So how many people have we got that are just looking at hearing a little bit more about the business, maybe thinking about coming on as a promoter? If you could raise your hand, that'd be great. Cool. Okay, so let's have a quick talk about that first. I like to, we can go into the details of the business, but I think talking about the opportunity of the business first is really important, and talking about the opportunity that each and every one of us on this phone call has, and the amazing things that it can do, I suppose. It's a product that's come over from America. It's been going for about 16 months in America, and the people that are leading the way over there are earning $120,000 a month plus. They've got $300,000 Tesla cars, sign written with "Prove It" all over it, and they're living a good life. The Australian guys that brought this in, it was actually a Canadian guy that brought it to Keegan, and Keegan, like I said, done his due diligence, kind of laid low with it for a couple of months, and then decided after doing some testing and using it himself that he wanted to share this, and he wanted to share it not just with his Real Movement project community. He wanted to share it with everyone and anyone, because one, he's done his research around the benefits of the ketogenic diet and being in ketosis and how good that is for your body. And two, he just saw it as a life-changing product that everyone could benefit from, and I agree with him. And I think everyone that's taken it and used it so far, and then given it to people that are in their close friends and family circle that have then changed their lives as well would agree with that. If we have time, I might tell you a couple of stories in terms of how that's affected close people in my circle. But we'll maybe leave that for a bit later. So in terms of the business, the Australians took it on, and now they've had it for 7 months, and they're up to around about $1.2 million worth of sales per month. The highest paid guy over in Australia is on around about 45 to 50,000 a month. And I know that Keegan is on around 35,000 to 40,000 a month. And they've only been doing it for 7 months. So if you look at where we're positioned, Australia have got around about 750, maybe 800 promoters now. They're growing really quickly. And if you look at where they're positioned in comparison to us, we've only got about 40 promoters in New Zealand. It's growing. It potentially could, with the way Pele and his team are bringing a real tight community together, which is amazing. We'll probably be 45, 50 fairly soon. So time's kind of running out to get on the top of that ladder. And at the moment, anyone that is on this call that's contemplating being at the top of that ladder is being given that opportunity now. So if you think about, we're only 40 deep at the moment, and Australia have got 700-800, and the people that are earning the big money in Australia are 35 to 45,000. The opportunity is there for every single one of us, and it's a great time to jump on board with it. So in a nutshell, very, very simply, in terms of getting on board with this, there is an outlay initially for the stock. You buy the stock, and that's all you're paying for. It's not a buy into the company or anything like that. You just buy the stock, and then you can actually sell that stock and make money. So that's the worst case scenario that's going to happen. It's pretty easy then to build your volume around GoPro, which is the first bonus that you have to aim for, which is in the first 14 days. And within that bonus, you can earn $500 US. Okay, so pretty easy. You either bring one promoter on and 2 customers, or you can bring 8 customers, no promoters. You can bring 1 promoter and for the GoPro, just one promoter and 2 customers. So you can do it just by selling 30-day packs if you don't want to bring promoters on and you don't feel comfortable with that. You can earn your bonuses that way. But on a long-term perspective, if you want to earn some good residual income from the business, then you want people doing what you're doing, being passionate about the product, selling the product, and being a part of your team, building your business and theirs. So the next stage after the 14 days in the GoPro is the MVP. So you pretty much do exactly the same thing again. You can bring on another promoter and 2 more customers. And that will give you, if you hit the previous target, that will take you up to 1,600 volume. Again, if you don't feel comfortable, bring on a promoter, then you can just do it again through customers. Hopefully that makes sense to everyone. At the end of that, if you hit your bonuses, you can come away with $1,230 US. At the moment, if you really wanted to kind of get into this and get into it hard and fast, if you'd done that before the 28th of February, you'd get an additional $500 US. So you can actually make $1,730 US between now and the 28th of Feb. All you have to do is bring 2 promoters on board and 4 customers. If you spend some time doing that, it's not actually that hard. We've had people go MVP in 48 hours. So time is there to be able to do it if you're seriously considering this. It's a very good opportunity to get the extra $500 US for doing nothing more than what you'd usually have to do.
Just to add to that, Andy, we've got a good, like you said, we've got a good not a group of promoters at the moment that are pushing the product, and we've created some real good systems on how to actually get across the line in regard to that, and we're also following the path of what the guys that are successful at it at the moment. We're just following their path, and all our guys are hitting their targets, hitting their bonuses. So it is a very lucrative business to be in at the moment. We know that the nutrition industry has been tarnished by the likes of Isogenics, you know, all these other products and promotions that have, you know, tarnished the name of network marketing. But this product has a lot of depth to it, and it's not really a hard sell. So I thought I'd just add that in there. But yeah, like I said, our crew are doing really well to hit bonuses and that pretty sweetly. Sweet.
Cool. I'll kind of second that and say that I have worked with other teams, and I still am working with other teams. I obviously have my own promoters that are doing similar things and creating their own teams. But honestly, this is the best team that I'm working with in New Zealand for sure. The cohesion and the tightness that these guys have got is really good, and you know, everyone is very, very supportive of anyone else that comes on board. So you guys are doing so well, and yeah, you're leading the way over here in NZ for sure.
Sure, bro. Awesome.
I don't know whether you want to answer these, Pele or Liam, but we've got some stuff in the chat.
You can answer them, bro.
Timing and all that sort of stuff. So Haley just said about can you take the supplement any time? Is the best time in the morning? So yes, you can, especially with the caffeine free. I'd recommend taking it in the morning. I know Dustin Schaefer, one of the leaders in America, recommends kind of half in the morning and then half maybe before a workout, or a little bit later on during the day. One thing I will say about the caffeine products is just like any caffeine product, really, if you take it later on in the daytime, you potentially might have a small amount of trouble sleeping, especially in the first couple of weeks of taking the product when you get used to it. Because obviously ketones, what they do is they give you a much clearer thought process and give you great energy going through to the brain. And sometimes what that can do is kind of it's quite hard for your brain to shut down in the evenings if your ketone levels are still really high at night time. So that's why I prefer taking them in the morning. It gives me a really, really good clear run into the day. Like what Liam said, sometimes you're quite flat when you wake up, and as soon as you have those ketones, it gives you a really, really good lift, and just switches you on like mentally in terms of your focus and stuff for the rest of the day. So that's me. And if I feel like I'm flagging a little bit in the evening or whatever, I might have half a sachet of like a non-caffeinated one in the evenings, either to pick me up if I need to, or actually to give me a good sleep, because being in ketosis, you actually sleep better as well. So I hope that answers your question, Haley.
Josh has got one there. Just how often do you take it?
I think we've kind of answered that at the same time. Just once a day, really, mate, unless you want to split your sachet in half and then and do what Dustin Schaefer suggests. If you're going to use it as a bit like a pre-workout, and you definitely can do with the Max and the caffeinated versions of the product, you want to kind of try and shift yourself into ketosis as soon as possible in my eyes. So definitely take it in the morning, but then use it as a bit of an energy booster for training, and maybe have it sort of half an hour before you train as well. Cool.
Sweet. So I think it'll be wrap up. We'll wrap it up, and I'll just sort of summarize a few things. Like I said, if you've been invited on the call by someone, just get in touch with them if you're interested about the business. Oh, sorry, I've got another question from Haley. You don't. I think you can start on the product straight away. You don't have to do the diet or ease into the diet or anything. You'd be able to back that up, Andy, with that.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I think if you've not taken the product before, I think the best thing to actually do is not change anything. And then you really mentally know that the energy that you're feeling, or the difference that you're feeling, is due to that product and the ketones. If you start changing things straight away, you could be questioning whether it's actually the ketones working. So, to really buy into the product and believe in the product, you just want to take it straight away, and then feel the energy. All good.
Broadcast training. Just in summary, I just wanted to talk about my experiences with a few things that we've done through our gym. So we've ran like 10-week challenges, 12-week challenges with different objectives in each one. But the thing we've seen with a lot of the programs that we've ran is the most successful people that have taken part in those programs have been the ones that have taken up ketogenic diets because of what it promotes. I mean, it promotes so many health benefits across the board, puts you into that fat burning state and retain muscle and stuff like that. So we've seen like guys lose like 30 kilos and go from quite big positions to ripped abs in the space of like 6 months. And I suppose where I'm going with this is that this product could fast track that. So, in terms of 6 months, it could be shortened down to 2 months. And I reckon it's that potent that it's that good that you'll get those results that quickly. I've already seen that, and in 2 weeks of taking the product, I've gone from having a little bit more excess body fat to not shredded abs. Not quite there yet. Joshy's got those, but I will get there one day. So on that note, we do have a 30-day challenge, Keto Kickstart Challenge. What comes with that is a nutritional seminar. We'll do that online like we're doing now. We'll also have a 14-day adaptation plan, which is it'll have like a ketogenic diet basically emailed to you on a daily basis. These videos and all the rest of it that go with it. It gives you a shopping list. We'll also give you a nutritional guide, and there'll be a closed Facebook page which you'll have to evidence food and just other things that you're going to be doing in the challenge as well. And we've got a number of strength conditioner trainers in here that will be posting up workouts as well. So if you're keen or interested in that, then that starts. There's another one that's starting in April, which is in our Ketonation page as well. But yeah, if you're interested in the business side of things, which is very lucrative, just get in touch with the promoter that referred you onto the call, and we'll go from there. Got a question, Liam? You can answer the question. Just take you off.
I got you there, Mum. No worries. It's my mum, guys. She's just asked. My mum has health issues. From my standpoint is I haven't found anything yet that this product can't help with. If you're a promoter with taking someone on board with health issues, I would definitely investigate everything thoroughly first to make sure that you're doing the right thing. I would probably loosely ask them to maybe ask their doctors first of all. But still in this day and age, there's some doctors that are a little bit worried and concerned about this sort of stuff. So, promoters wise, do your research and don't jump into anything too fast when you're dealing with health issues. Investigate it. There's a wealth of knowledge out there with everybody else in the community that there's probably people that have already been through the same health issues and they can deal with. And then when it comes to dealing with an older age group, Mum, what I would say is get your ass on the product and just show everybody what old people can do.
Yeah, too much, all right, bro. So that's us for tonight, team. Like I said, like this product has so much depth to it. There's so many people that can benefit from it, from your athlete, from the performance perspective, through to people that have neural disorders and heart disease and all the rest of it. So there's so many people that can benefit from this product if you are keen, and just get it out there or jump on board in some way or another. But thanks everyone for coming and joining in tonight. That'll be us choice I wish you all, and you can all say good night.
Awesome work, guys. You did the right thing by coming in and listening. Well done.
Yes, thank you.
Cheers.